goes on this, but we're just going to roll with it. Okay. Okay, you guys, here we are, Hive Huddle. Last Hive Huddle before conference is here. So we are going to go big because this is not a time that you want to be sitting back and waiting. You guys know, like I've said this so many times in the last, I don't even know how, like couple months, I'm like, take waiting out of your vocabulary and just replace it with working. Because I am telling you, if there's one thing that I can share with you, and you're going to hear it tonight, even from Vanessa, putting in the work and doing the work, it's the fun stuff because it gets you the results that you're wanting. It brings you the people that you're wanting to serve. It gets you in those conversations. And as you're enrolling, you get to build, you get to promote, you get to do things with intention. And you guys, honestly, that is freaking fun. And so I always just say, like, anytime that I feel off, I literally like put blinders on and I'm like, head down, get to work, Sarah, because whatever it is that you need, maybe it's a new distributor, maybe it's a couple, perks member enrollments just to get things moving and get people shaking and whatever it is. But you guys, I swear to you, it always fixes it. And we have some groups going right now, some run groups. And we were talking about it and I'm like, you guys, I feel like we become a broken record, but I'm like, if you are putting in the work, the results will come no matter what. And so I always say, if you're not getting results, it's because you're either only posting and doing stories and you're not like messaging and getting in that conversation or pulling in those conversations, or you're really actually not working. Like you're finding yourself busy scrolling or trying to figure out what to post, or you get on Zooms like this and you listen and you learn, but you're not applying, right? Like you're getting a little bit there, but you're not working. And so I always say, once you get there and you're working, that's where the results start coming in. And truly, at the end of the day, as brand ambassadors, we get paid to enroll. So like anything that we're doing, we want it to help us enroll. So what's crazy is that, Vanessa, I'm going to have you give. So she like made a decision, and it's so funny when I see this happen in people's businesses. And I call this like D-Day, because I swear to you, like I remember mine pretty much to the day, time, how long I was, like what rank I was. It's crazy to even think about. And I'm telling you, it's like, once you truly make that decision to be like, this is working for me, I am going to work this, I am going to trust the process, but I'm going to show up consistently, and I am going to do these small tasks that are actually very simple tasks, but I'm actually going to complete them, right? You're not going to talk yourself out of them. You're not going to overthink them. You're actually completing them. And all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I actually can be a mass enroller. Oh my gosh, I'm earning bonuses. Oh my gosh, I have people to move. And I'm like, you're doing the dang thing. Like you're working, you're doing it, And so, and then it's funny because as soon as you start seeing that, it's like, once you truly learn it and you have that example and you feel it and you experience it, you'll never get stuck like that again. I always tell people that. I'm like, the areas that you feel or were stuck in, like you learn and you become better and you'll never get stuck in that again. Like, I'm not saying you won't come across something else, but guess what? You will know that moving your feet always gets you out of the trenches. You guys, it just does, no matter what. So anyways, Vanessa, first, I want you just to share like your 1 minute story. 1 minute. I hate actually when It Works asks me to do that. And then here I am asking you, but I really want you guys, because Vanessa's going to walk us through her task list. And she's going to tell you what her task list has been doing for her, because I promise you, you want what it has been doing for her to be happening in your business. Okay. So Vanessa, just share with us like your 1 minute story of It Works.
Okay. All right. I am Vanessa Calendar. I've been with It Works, you guys, for a very long time. I actually just hit my 10 years, which is really, really crazy to say. When I first started, I actually never thought I'd be here this long. Right? Like your goals are just these little tiny goals, but here I am 10 years later and so much life has happened. But I can tell you that when I started this, you guys, I was the busiest person. I know everybody says they're busy, but I was going to school at night. I was getting my prereqs done for nursing. I was working full time at corporate. I had just had my son, which was my third child. I had my husband, my house. Like I probably had zero business starting a business, like no joke. Okay. But I was looking for something. I felt like I was reaching, always trying to attain these goals. I never really felt fulfilled, even in like my corporate job. I was tired of looking at the same walls and hallways every day, you guys. That's just the truth. You know, it paid me, it paid my bills. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. But when I saw my friend posting about this, I was like very intrigued because one, the products aligned to like me, right? Like I love the super greens caught my attention. I saw that I knew her because she was my neighbor. She had 4 kids. She was a nurse practitioner. She was also busy. And I'm like, wait, how are you doing this and still like living your life? Because I'm also busy. Like, what are you doing? So you guys, I just took the opportunity very nervously, probably regretted it when I hit join, but then at the same time, I was so excited. Okay. So lots of crazy things happened. Just, I paid off a lot of debt, car loans, school loans. I even was able to pay my mortgage. You guys, COVID hit. That was very interesting for me because my dad tragically passed away after that. My business kind of fell. You know, you just have to rebuild your confidence. And that's kind of where I was. I was lost for a little bit, but like Sarah said, there comes a time when you're just tired of your own, can't use the bad word here, but tired of your own stuff, right? Where you're just like, I'm so sick of saying the same things over and over and not getting any results. I'm not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing. I just got tired of hearing myself. Like sometimes I wouldn't even like say it out loud because I'm like, I'm so sick of it. So what I decided was like, where do I want to be a year from now? I don't want to be in the same spot because I had been in the same spot for the last few years. And I'm like, I am done. Okay. So with all of that, there's a lot of stories in between, but obviously we want to make this quick because I want to share with you my task list. And you guys, for a long time, and Sarah knows this, is if I don't have a system in place, like I am not going to do well. Okay. I don't know if that is you, if you feel like you do feel like you're scrolling, you're trying to find content, you feel like you're on your phone all day and you're like, I'm not getting anything done. Like, because there's no enrollments coming in, right? So I had to decide, you guys, one, if I was going to present this opportunity to anybody, I needed to go back to the old Vanessa who was really, really, really busy with all the things. I had to like take myself back because these are the people that I want to talk to, right? How can I fit this mobile business into a very busy life? And so I created a task list that what I would call needle moving tasks that if I know that I get this done, then I know that's going to bring me results. Okay. Sometimes it's reels that I can focus on for the week, but this is like something very tangible that you can work on every single day that if you just get it done and it compounds, like I think I closed out 2 PM bonuses this month. So I have 10 loyal customers right now. So I only need 2 more customers to hit my 3rd one. Okay. So but listen, I haven't signed any distributors, but let me tell you something with my task list, you guys, I am having actual phone conversations with potential distributors. Okay. I'm having actually people voice message me back, potential distributors, just based off the tasks that I'm doing. Okay. So that's huge for me because I have potentials from like years, but I have like fresh new potentials, which is what you want every single day because that's exciting. Like Sarah was saying, like, you want to
Vanessa,
be excited,
let
right?
me, yeah, and I want to share this with you guys. For one, I'm gonna make her pause for 1 second because I want you to know this. Like, Vanessa, can I share with them like a couple of the things that I felt like I finally called her out? So if you
Yeah.
love your people, like call them out. Like, so here's the thing. I could tell she's hungry. She wants growth. She's always here. She shows up. She learns. I never want the people who are hungry, always showing up and are willing to learn to not be going somewhere. Like I am like, hey, let's do this. So one of the things, and you guys, you have to ask yourself this, like, what the hell is holding you back? Like, excuse my language, but seriously, what lie are you telling yourself? And you know what? We're all guilty of it. But that's why we're here to call each other out and be like, hey, self-reflection is huge. And so I told Vanessa, I was like, Vanessa, you keep thinking you have to have this system to bring people in. And I'm like, you don't. But you know what? You do need to start making yourself a list. So when you get up in the morning, you know where to show up. And you guys, she's talking about this and this, like, she hasn't been doing this for a long time. So she's telling you about these results. This is very short. Like she's talked about it before and she's done it a couple days and then it was like, nope, not there. Right. Vanessa, be honest with them and tell them how long you have been truly consistently doing your task list. And like, that's where these results are already coming from.
Okay, 2.5 weeks.
You guys,
And
two
I've
and a half freaking weeks.
yeah,
So
10
she,
loyal customers. Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
she is enrolling almost a customer a day. If you would like to enroll a customer a day, I want to see like some like serious fire emojis or something in the chat, because that's huge. And then the other thing I want to tell you that is so big is we sat down and we were like, Vanessa, what is your goal this month? What is your goal in 2 months? And we broke it down and she's like, I want to be double diamond. Right, you guys. So we're doing stretch goals. If you've been here with us like all month, you guys know I was like stretch goals, baby. Like, we're putting out things that make us really uncomfortable, but that none of us have ever achieved before. So you're not like by yourself. You're not like, well, I've never done that. Cool. Neither have any of us. That's the whole point of a stretch goal right now. So I want you to tell them we did some numbers. And I think sometimes you also need to ask yourself, like, what do you need? If you need direction, you need to get specific, plain and simple. So if you're like, hey, I'm going double diamond, like, you have to get your map out, right? And so Vanessa, you knew how many customers do you need? And we're not talking like one product customers. Tell them what you're focusing on. So, tell them how many customers that you know you need for double diamond, because she's breaking down that volume that you need for double diamond, right? So how many was it?
So it's actually now 20 DTs. I need 20. I know that sounds like a lot, you guys, but listen, that's within myself and also my
Yes.
team, right?
It's not
Okay.
just you.
So, right. So 20 DTs.
Mhm.
And then I almost laughed when I told Sarah this. This number is different now, you guys. It was 100. So when I decided, these were my very first numbers, okay? But it's gone, they're decreasing because I'm enrolling, right? And some of my team's enrolling just customers too. So even orders placed, that considers it volume, but I broke it down by PMs. Okay. So I needed 140 when I started, and I was like choking. I was like, oh my God. But you guys, that's actually not terrible when you have your current customers still ordering. Because I wasn't even breaking that down. I was just taking the volume needed for double diamond. Okay. And the distributors I needed for double diamond, knowing that these numbers are very high. I need less than that, but I didn't want to think like that. Like, I wanted to think like, okay, what exactly do I need? Because I know I'm going to be over that with what I already have, which I was okay with. So, so yeah.
And by doing that, I told her this. I was like, you are not setting yourself up for disappointment, because guess what? At the end of the day, even if she already had her 20 distributors, Vanessa can only control what she's doing. Lindsay can only truly control what she's doing. She can encourage, she can lead, she can be an example, but at the end of the day, you can only encourage or like you can only control what you're doing. So I told her, I was like, when I look at maps, you guys, I'm not like, oh, I hope Danny gets this many DTs and I hope Quita gets this because this is what my goal is. No, I see that map and I'm like, you know what? I need this many DTs. And and I told her, I was like, as you bring people on and they start growing, those are what I call icing on the cakes, you guys. Those are like I always say those are your cherry on top. Like, your number moves, but it wasn't from you. That's your team winning. They're earning bonuses. It's gonna come back around full force. So this is what I want you to understand, is that she's done this for 2.5 weeks. She's almost enrolling a customer a day. She's brought in, have you calculated how much volume you've brought in?
I think no, shoot, I need to
Ooh,
do
you
that.
should do it.
I
Do
have
it
it
when
all
you get
written
off
down.
the
I
Zoom.
haven't added it up yet, but I'll let you
That's
know.
okay. Okay, but this is what we're going to do. She has a very specific task list and she is going to share it with you, because I feel like all the time I told Vanessa, I said, specific is so good. Because I think sometimes it shows you guys that it's not complicated, right? It's just actually doing it and then staying consistent with it. And I feel like Vanessa, and I told her, I was like, if you feel you need a system, create it. Create it. Like, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Don't, whatever. Because I said, ultimately, you guys, we do have systems in place. Like, it works, has systems in place for us. And even as a team, we've created some other ones that make things even more simpler. So it's easy to find or easy to grab or whatever else it is. So she is going to give you specifically what she does and what her day looks like. And we are actually going to put in the work. So Vanessa, take it to him, girl.
Okay. And one thing I want you guys to know, I want to read this quote really fast that Susie shared with us, and you guys might have seen this, but the reason why I want to share it with you is because I feel like I was in this, you know, after I was going through some stuff after my dad died, I was building back my confidence. And sometimes you get nervous and you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, just exactly if you're brand new, right? You're like, this is brand new to me. Or maybe you're just feeling like your business isn't going anywhere. But this is what the quote said. Okay. It says, when you're nervous about stepping outside of your comfort zone, remind yourself, if it feels scary it feels scary because it's unfamiliar, not because I'm incapable. Okay. So that is huge. So just know that even though you're very uncomfortable, because that's what we're about to do, we're going to get uncomfortable because I'm a message girl. I send messages. So get uncomfortable with me tonight. That doesn't mean you're incapable though. Just because it feels hard, it feels weird, it feels like you don't want to do it. That's actually probably the number one thing you need to be doing then to grow and stretch. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you because I'm like, this hit like the nail on the head. All right. So I made my system, you guys, or my task list in boards. But Sarah, what I was thinking is maybe if you could, because I tried to do it from my phone to my laptop to the Zoom, I couldn't. But can you just like do that first? Like just copy and paste the task list. So this way they know like we're going to go in order and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Okay.
Hold on.
It might be in our text if you haven't saved it. Um,
Can I hold on a minute?
and while Sarah's looking for that, you guys, I want you to know that all of these tasks can also be done in Instagram. Okay. But because of time limits, we're just going to focus on Facebook. But every single thing that I do, I also do on Instagram too. Okay. And then here, while she's doing that, let's see. We're gonna just start, you guys, with engaging. Okay. So here's the thing with engagement. Engaging needs to be intentional. I feel like sometimes it's easy to get caught up in scroll and comment, scroll and comment, scroll and comment, but like I don't really know what good that does. I'll be honest. I know it boosts algorithm. I know that it makes other people see your posts, but what you're really looking for is intentional relationships and building trust with people. Okay. So I literally will show you exactly how I engage because it's not going to be in the way that you think it is. And I have an extra step to it. So Sarah, while you're doing that, I'm going to share my screen, you guys. You guys are going to see exactly how I do it. Okay, you can take this task list, keep it in your notes or modify it however you want. But this is how I do things. Okay, so let me start sharing my screen while she's doing that. And you guys, at any time, I have the chat open. So if you feel like I'm going too fast or you don't understand something, please, 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 please ask the questions. I don't want you to like feel confused or maybe I'm not explaining something clearly. Just tell me, okay? Because this is actually for you. This is something that's helped me. And I think it will help you too if you're needing, you know, something to start with. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay. All right, so here's what I do to engage you guys. So let's open up Facebook. All right, so I'm just going to very closely, like I am going to look at my newsfeed first. This is where I start. And let's say this Marissa girl, okay? Let's say I'm just going to go and actually click on her profile. If you guys know how to do that, obviously you click on her name and I'm just going to go to her profile. Okay. I want to make sure one, she's not in a business or, you know, making sure nobody has died in her family. Like I hate nothing more than when I send a message and I'm like, oh my God, they just lost someone. Like I think that is so insensitive. I don't know about you guys, but I do. So I check for that first because I truly do want to make a special connection. And I know I'm not going to be making this with everybody. So I do screen them and I'm like, okay, she's a mom. That's like a plus for me. Okay. Because I'm a mom too. She's, you know, she shares, it looks like she might be a business owner, but that's okay because we're still going to roll with this. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. So instead of traditionally commenting, you guys, like on the comment button, I don't ever do that anymore. I go to the send button. Do you guys see it in the bottom right on that post? So I'm going to just say happy birthday. I know it looks like it's her aunt, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go here because I want to show you. So it's going to send you guys directly to write a message to her. Okay. And the reason why I do this, it'll make more sense later, is because one, it sends it obviously to her. It's more personal. And now you've made somewhat of a connection with her. It's like starts the process, right? So I'm just going to say happy birthday. And normally I would probably write more, but just for the sake of our like Zoom, this is what I do. And I hit reply. Okay. Make sure though, you guys, the name matches. Sometimes the name's different here and all you have to do is search people and find them. Okay. So I'm going to hit reply. And then I'm at the bottom, I'm going to say see chat. Okay. So when you go to Melissa or Marissa, you can see that I have actually commented on her stuff before. Okay. So Marissa responded, thank you earlier, right? But here's what I'm going to do, you guys, because I haven't messaged her about the business, about the products. I'm actually going to save this post to I have a potentials list. Okay. This is like a double dose. It's kind of like what Sarah does, but I think she writes the people down, right? Sarah, you might write people down like as a potential that you maybe want to engage with.
Yeah. So, the only folders that I do is like my host to post people, but
Okay.
like Vanessa said, when I go through, you guys, I set timers because honestly, it's so easy to like click on links and like get sidetracked. So I set timers, and like when my timers are going, like I don't even answer your guys' text messages, which you know that
Right.
takes me a lot because I like pride myself in responding to people as they need help. So, but I do. So while I interact, like Vanessa is saying, I will write down, you guys, like I try to get as many as I can. Some days are a little bit hotter than other days. Like maybe Facebook's hot one day and Instagram's not. And I'm like, dang, dude, I can't even get 10 potentials on Instagram that I would want to talk to about this
Yeah.
business. But yes, while I interact, I'm not just interacting. I am building my potential list of, and you're going to see, I think it's on Vanessa's, yeah, number 4,
Yeah.
that I am building my list to send my DT asks and
Yes.
invites. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
I didn't even know this send thing. And that's the other thing I want to share with you guys that I think is so important. I was telling this to Vanessa. I was like, you guys stop undermining yourself and your abilities. Like just because I have been here for 12 years, it does like there is new stuff coming out all the time. And it works on social media, on like different apps, whatever it is, you guys, we are in the trenches learning together, right? And so I was telling Vanessa, I'm like, Vanessa, if you can teach me and you can teach new things in your accountability chat, you can teach new distributors, plain and simple. Like that is leading, right? Like, so I want you guys to understand that too. Like, I didn't know that this is a send thing, right? I didn't even know that this was a way to interact on posts. That's freaking amazing because you guys know the way that I pop into people's inboxes is that I go through and I comment on stories, right? And so, and I love that because I want to be all up in their grill because you want to know why? No, people, they're just hustling and rushing through life that when you take that extra step like Vanessa's doing, like you stand out, you guys. People are like, dang, like who is this person? Like she didn't just message on my wall, happy birthday. She actually messaged me and sent me a message and then responded to it. Like she's invested. You know what I'm saying? And so, and Vanessa, that was one thing when we were talking about her going for this. You do have to do things that feel good. Vanessa's like, I want to be genuine. I'm like, then be genuine, right? You guys, because I can tell you like one of the best compliments ever that like just it's not even like, oh, you're in the top this or you're an ambassador. No, you guys, I don't even like, I mean, I care, but I don't care really. But it's like when people are like, you're not salesy, like you're genuine. I'm like, good, because that's what I want to be, you know? And so I told her, I was like, if something feels not weird, like you have to be careful, right? It's not about feeling uncomfortable or things like that. But like, if you need to tweak something so it screams you, please do that. That you are the secret sauce to your damn business. Like it is you. Okay. So I love that this is what's happening. Vanessa, will you show them another one? Lindsay's like, I tried to do that, but it wants me to share her post. Will you do another comment to show them how to send it
Sure.
into their inbox?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do one more.
Okay, Lindsay. So let me get out of this girl's page. Okay, so let me find someone else. Okay, so let's say this Cindy Ortega chick. Does it say like, comment, and send on your stuff, Lindsay? I can't see the chat, sorry. Because if the send option is not there, I don't know if that's like a professional mode thing. I don't know. I just noticed
So
it when like I'm running
I
with it.
I have the send option, but then when I click send, how yours came up with her name right there and you could reply, mine doesn't have that option. It just it comes up as if I can send that post to somebody else.
Yeah, it is sending the post. It's sending it
Do I
to
just type her
Linda.
name in?
Okay, yes,
Okay.
exactly. So like, let's say this is Cindy. Let's pretend her name wasn't there and I'll just type in Cindy. So you just want to make sure that it's the right person, right? And then I would hit send. So see if that works for you.
Okay.
And then it will send the post to her, but you want to write a message. Like, see
Okay.
where it says write message. You want to do that first, then
Okay.
find the person, then hit send. And then it's like you're commenting on her post. So yes, technically it is sending her post to her. But
Okay, got it.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Hopefully Lindsay has that option. If not, Lindsay, you just like Sarah said, like be in stories like a boss, because that was gonna be my next thing. But like let's say I'm gonna go back to that Marissa girl.
That
So
worked. That
oh,
worked.
did it? Okay,
Yeah.
good, perfect. Okay, so then you guys, what I do, like if I consider her a potential, like I want to engage with this girl, I want to ask her if she wants to make an extra income. I want to save her to my potentials, and here's why. So I'll hit save post, okay, and I have a potential. See where it says potentials 2024? That is like where I keep all my people. And the reason why, you guys, is because when I'm out and about and I'm at practice, I don't want to be lugging around my laptop. I don't want to be lugging around paper. I can come to my potentials list because guess what? Remember, people are busy. They want simplicity. They want to be able to go to their phone and work, right? So I can come here and I can send my DT messages or I can start engaging with these people. And I have a bunch of girls. Look at this. Okay. So these are all people that I've saved. Okay. So every time that you set your timer, like Sarah was saying, intentionally find people, send them a comment through their post, right, to their messenger, save them as a potential, right, in your collections. And then when it's time to send DT messages like the next day or the following day, because you're going to grow it. So you're always going to have a plethora of people. You're going to have messages to send. Okay. Okay. Does that now, Sarah, do you want them to like do this with me or are we giving them time or am I
Yeah.
just showing what I'm doing?
No, let's do this. We're gonna do this for like 3 minutes. So you might not get like
Right.
we'll do it a little bit shortened, but I want you guys to actually do it because like Lindsay, if Lindsay hadn't tried to do that and didn't know, then she's gonna get
Right.
off this Zoom and be like, I don't know how to do it, and now I don't know where to ask because we're gone, right? So let's take 3 minutes and let's go do and interact. And I want you guys to literally, even though there's other ways, I want you to try what she's doing because the biggest way to create change is by changing it up, right? So I want you to go do and do this end. And then Vanessa, what do you do on well, no, just do it on Facebook. We're gonna keep it simple because we only have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
take 3 minutes and let's
Yeah.
go and comment because you guys, and if you have people that you want, I want you to make your collection and save them because I promise you with what's being announced at conference, you are going to want to know who your people are. You're not going to want to start when the announcements come. Like
Right.
go get your people now. Okay. So let's take 3 minutes and then we'll move on to number 2. You guys, I'm setting a timer. Okay. I'm doing the same because I have never interacted that way and I actually freaking love it.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
Okay.
ask. Yeah.
All of my posts say copy and it has a link.
Look at let me see, Danny.
And you're on your news feed, like your Facebook feed?
Yeah, I'm on my newsfeed and then I just went to their page to see if it was different.
So like, let's say like go like you're trying to comment, right? You're trying to send a comment.
Yep.
Okay, go just find someone on your news feed and then like next to the comment button, does it say send?
No, it says here, I'll screenshot it and send it to you. Here, here's Liz's. Did Facebook do an update?
I feel like I'm always updating my stuff. Okay, so this is the actual, oh, I see. Copy, share. So that's what the post looks like on your feed.
Is that
Here.
on everybody's, Danny's, or just a couple of people?
Everybody's.
So, okay, so, I'm just curious. No, I'll say hit share, but it won't take you to Messenger. That's so strange. Oh, okay, let me see. Oh, yeah, it does say copy. So how come that's, you know what's really
Danny,
weird?
are you public? Is your profile public?
It used to be.
Not that that should have anything to do with it, but I'm just trying to think.
Well, do you want to know what's really weird is that the first screenshot has a bunch of like, it says like, comment, copy, share, but then her other one says like, comment, copy. Like there's not that's not, it's inconsistent like choices. That's weird. Okay, well, in this case, I mean, I don't know why it's doing that. Danny, when we see you this weekend, we'll look at it.
Okay.
And then
True.
I would
There's our
just go to
timer.
stories. Right, okay,
And
there's
you know
our
what?
timer.
Here's the deal. That is just a good lesson and don't get stuck. Like,
Right.
don't allow yourself to get stuck. So
Right.
like, Danny, we know where you need that. We'll figure it out this weekend, but it's like, you guys, I am telling you, as silly as that sounds, like there are things like when a reel's not working, I'm trying to put it up. I swear every time my reels do not go up without something happening, but you can't let yourself get stuck on stuff. So then just move on to the next thing, or you can do it kind of how you know how to do it.
Okay, back.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Are you reading a chat?
Yeah, Carly,
Okay.
on there, we're not actually sharing the post. So when Vanessa says like to hit the send button, that's down here, you guys, do you see this like on this picture? What it's doing is it's actually replying to somebody's post, but rather it being in the comments, it's it's like interacting, but it's going into their inbox. So really what it's showing the person that you're messaging. So when you hit send, it's like a private message, but at least they can see the post that you're replying to. So that's truly what it's doing, which is kind of nice because like when people respond on my stories on Facebook, I have to like guess which story they're responding to because it doesn't send me the freaking story that they replied on. Like it's so weird.
Like, what
But
the heck?
Okay, I must have missed that part because I got home from work and I was starving, so I just made pork chops right now and my kitchen was loud. So I probably just missed that.
yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, let's do
so-
number 2.
Right, let's do number 2. So adding friends, you guys, is obviously like the easiest thing. But it has to be done. Do not overlook this. You have got to add your friends, okay? Especially if you're feeling like, and I think Quita, we talk about this all the time, like sometimes our network needs to we need to upgrade. And that requires you to organically add friends, especially if you're not doing reels and TikToks and all of that all the time, you still have to do things organically, you guys. Okay, so that's what I do. And it's the old school way. Okay, this is just what I do. I do go to my friends at the bottom on my Facebook. And now obviously on Instagram, it's different. I still add 25 to 50 people though. But here, you guys, I do take a quick look very quickly. I do only go to like mutual friends. I just want to make sure they're not part of like our team, like meaning like mutual friends with our team. Or maybe they're like doing, Herbalife. I'm like, I'm not going to add people like that. Okay. So I'm gonna come here. Okay, so I'm already probably gonna add this girl. It's just very quick. And guess what, you guys? If you end up not liking this person, you can always unfriend them. Okay, so don't overthink it. Just start adding. And my rule, you guys, is 25 a day because not everybody is going to add you back. Okay, so you have to do enough. If you're only doing 5 a day, you're probably going to get like one accepting you every now and then, to be honest. So you have to do like 25 to 30. And then you get about 9, like that's 9 new people in your network every single day, which is huge. Okay, so let's quickly just go through, see who you want to add. My personal preferences, I only choose women, and they have to be positive. I take a quick look at their page. So just however that looks for you. Oh, and also you guys, just to refresh the screen, if you like see people that you're like, no, I'm not adding them, hit the remove button because it'll refresh for you next time. It'll bring new people up. Okay, so if you don't plan on adding somebody as a friend, just hit remove. So this way it like will bring in new people. Okay, because I've noticed that. I'm like, oh, I like that. Because sometimes you see the same people over and over and you're like, okay, what's happening here? Sarah, I don't know if you put a timer on, but we can just do it until the
did.
timer. Okay.
I got it going, guys. Go add your peeps. Okay, also, while we do this, I am just going to give you this one little tidbit too, okay? We've been talking, so there's a few things that I want you to know. First of all, action is everything. Like, I swear to you, I'm like going to be that annoying friend for you and mentor, but I will always tell you, like, if you're feeling this way or that way, I'm like, just sit down and take some action, like literally. And so here's a couple of the things that I want to share with you. First of all, if you feel like your network is like you're getting the same excuses or the same thing, like you guys, you don't have to always go for like broken people to fix them, right? Like, I don't mean that in a mean way, but like, there's so many times that you hear people and they're like, I would have never guessed that so-and-so would have joined me, right? And it's like, now that person's an ambassador on their team or is the presidential or like things like that. You guys, I'm telling you, people who are successful elsewhere also know a good opportunity when they see it. And one that is limitless and costs as little as this one does. Like, you're going to get people who are naturally workers and who don't necessarily need this paycheck, but they want it. So also, I always say to people, I'm like, you want to put down, like, I encourage you after you get off the Zoom tonight, and even especially before conference, like, put down the type of people that you want on your team. Like, I know for myself, I want the like hungry college students that are like, I don't want to be struggling, or I want to take a job that I actually love, not have to have it based off of pay, right? Like, because I have it works that can pay my bills, or I have this that can do this, right? Or I want the hungry mom that's like, I want more time with my family. Like, that's what I want because that's relatable to me. I know how to show them how to do that. And so I know the people that I'm looking for. So if you kind of feel like that, like, also kind of get away from, like, if I go, so like while Vanessa's doing this, you guys, if I go to somebody's page and all they do is share other people's posts, or I see that they're complaining, I honestly don't add people like that. Like, I just don't.
I don't
And I
either.
know some people do, but then I'm like, yeah, but you're getting the person that quits on everything, right? So just know, like, it's okay to have some like standards of who you want on your team. You don't want everybody and anyone, you guys. Like, you want people who truly like understand a good opportunity and are ready to work and aren't looking for the easy way out, right? Like, they're ready to add quality to their life. That's what they're ready to do because It Works is able to do that. Or maybe they're already into fitness, right? Like, this stuff already goes with everything that they're doing. So all that to say, you will start getting better quality people if you're a little bit pickier. Okay. Like, I swear to you, if I go to somebody's page and it's complaints or they're like airing dirty laundry, and it doesn't even matter. If I see one post, I'm like, bye. Like, I do not add. Okay. So, and again, like Vanessa said, I told her when she was doing this, I'm like, I want you to truly count 25 people out. I don't want you to think that you added 25 people. I want you to truly count out 25 people because it does take a little bit longer than you think. And on Instagram, I remember when I wasn't counting, I was like, oh, like I would, and then I started to, and I was like, oh my God, I was doing like a third of what I thought I was doing until I started counting it. So be true to yourself, hold yourself accountable because you will not be upset. Okay.
Let me show you a trick. I
Yeah.
can show you a trick on how to keep track too, because obviously you can write it down. But if you guys just are like, okay, how many have I done so far? You go back, like click your friends again. You got to go all the way to the top. You hit friend requests, right? There's nothing there. So I've already accepted them. There's 3 dots at the top. See where it says view sent requests? You can go here and see. I obviously need to clear mine out. But if you've got none, it counts. See at the top, it says 87. So like, if you know in your mind, okay, I've done 80, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have 0, then you do 25. You're like, oh, I've done 25, or you know what I mean? And just a little reminder, just like delete after a while, like after probably 4 or 5 days, I do go and remove the request because I don't think Facebook likes them pending like that. But I give it a little bit, and that's not really one of my tasks. See, to me, that's busy work, but I'll go in there if I recognize it and I'll do it real quick. So that's another way that you can look at it. Okay. Do you guys have so far, like, are you feeling pretty good about this? So we can move on to the next thing. Is there any, let me see what the chat says.
Let me see.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right.
Good.
Okay, we're gonna move on. All right, so the next thing, you guys, is we're gonna put up a post, okay? And then we're gonna schedule 2 posts tomorrow. Okay, I have it all ready for you. Let me tell you something about scheduling your posts. It's amazing. If you're not doing it, please do. And I hope and pray that you guys have this feature.
I know,
I feel
I
like
don't.
sometimes people don't have it. Sarah, did you ever get yours
No,
figured?
I don't have
Oh
it.
my gosh. Okay. Well, we're going to attempt to do it, but we're not going to, like, if it becomes a thing, we'll just move past it. But I did create something for you guys for tomorrow. So this way that part's done. But right now, Sarah, can you throw up that DT post for them in the chat to copy and paste?
Yes. And let me see,
Okay.
Vanessa, because
Is it not working? Let me see it. Do you want me to
yours
see
is
if I can do
working.
it?
No, yours is working. I think it's mine because I'm on this new computer. It's not letting me copy and paste from my phone, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do it because I have my boards up on my computer too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me like do that real fast. So you guys, in the meantime, while I'm doing this, I want you guys to find, like, if you don't have any pictures of you or anything that you like of you or your family, that's your big sign to start taking some photos of yourself. So this way you can save them in a folder. This way, when you have posts like this, people can see who you are. If you don't have a photo, I don't want that to stop you. I will go and post. I did like aesthetically pleasing photos for this post in case you don't have a photo. But please do some like content shooting for yourself. Get dressed up or do whatever you want to do to make yourself feel good and take a bunch of pictures. Because I can tell you right now, I was slacking a little bit and I'm like, man, once I have those pictures, I'm like, I feel 1,000 times better. So I can quickly throw it up. I feel good about it. And that's that. Okay. All right. So here it is. Let me see if I can share this or copy it. I don't know. It's being so weird.
I know.
It's like my,
Which one are you wanting to do the opportunity post with selfie?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see if it's gonna let me. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Zoom. and
No,
see if
Vanessa, it will not. I think
It
it's
won't.
like my phone
Okay,
isn't
that's
attached.
okay.
But hey,
Oh, here we
okay,
go.
first of all, I know there's a few of you that don't have it, but if you're in that one in our chat, I put Vanessa's link to her boards. So you can literally go access the boards that we're working off of tonight right now. Okay, so you can go copy it for yourself. Let me see if you got it up there.
Oh God, no, it like won't copy from my computer either.
Isn't that weird? Let me see if I
Yes.
can, hold
It's
on, let me see if I
because-
can do that.
I know, I don't understand why it's not letting me. It's because I'm not on like my Zoom on my phone. It's being done.
Okay, if
see if I-
somebody else can, if one of you can snag it from the boards,
Sarah, if you want to send it to me, I can post it.
you can put it in
Yeah.
there. Okay, let me see.
I'll say, because I have it up, but I don't.
I don't know why. See, not sometimes IT stuff just doesn't want to work, and that's okay. We'll move around it. Let me. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I have so many messages.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
You
It's in the
did?
chat. It's in the chat.
Okay, I did, and I just sent it to Lindsay too, but she got it.
Okay. All right. Sorry, you guys. For
It's
some reason,
okay.
no. Okay. All right. So let's go post this really quick. And I'll in the meantime, I'm gonna go and post, like, if you don't have a picture, I'm gonna go to the Zoom. Wait, is everybody on our team chat, or do I need to go to like the Facebook Zoom post? Because I can post pictures there and they can grab it. Should I go to I'll go to the Diamond Hive. And I'll
Yeah,
go to my Zoom post.
Go on there. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And I'll just very quickly, I should have done that before, you guys. Okay, here's some pictures if you don't have like a picture that you are wanting to put up. But I will tell you that having a picture of you or your family or your team or whatever is awesome. Okay, so they're up on there. Let me see if I can. The verbiage is on there too, just in case. I'm gonna go post mine real quick too.
And this doesn't take long. So just go post it, find your pick, and then we'll come
Yeah.
back and we're going on to the next task.
Right.
And if you've already posted something for today, like that's business wise, then you can save this for tomorrow too. Also, if you're new on here or newer, you guys, I want you to know that a few things that are very simple that I do is like I prop my phone up on things. You guys, it's not like even in a tripod or anything like that. Like every story you see me do in the mornings or whatever, it is literally up against like a cup. And then I'll do like the free hands thing. And then what's cool even about that is you can save it before you even post it. So if you're doing like a video, you guys, you can get like still photos of yourself from that too. So like you're kind of killing two birds with one stone. Plus, if you're doing videos for stories, you can use some of those videos if you save them for reels as well. So don't like over complicate things. Know that we're not having professional photographers. Like we literally, if we get ready in a day, that's when I'm like, you know what? I am freaking snapping some photos. Or if like we're doing a busy day with my family, I'm going to do a lot of pictures, like lifestyle pictures, family pictures, things like that. Cause then I can use those over and over and over. So a lot of things, just know like it's not real time. You just have to kind of start taking the opportunity to get some pictures and snap them of yourselves. Because guess what? People want to see who's behind the post because they're joining you. Quita
Exactly.
says, oh gosh, Quita gives me crap, but I do get ready every day only because it makes me productive. So I have to. I told it to Vanessa too. She's like, I just want to start getting ready. I go, you know what? It's not that I enjoy necessarily getting ready. It's just that I know when I do, like in my mind, it's almost like when you brush your teeth and it tells your brain, like, hey, you're up for the day. Like in my mind, I'm like, girl, you're showing up, right? Like that's literally what it does. And so it is kind of nice because I'm like, I can take a picture or I can pop on my stories. Like I don't ever want that to be an excuse as to why I'm not building my business. So, but sometimes it's yesterday's makeup and my hair, it literally only gets washed once a week. So there's that. All right. What did she say? For scheduling a biz post, is there a best time of the day for them right now? You guys, Vanessa, do you pay attention to times?
I do, but I feel like, listen, just get it out
Mhm.
there. I do my opportunities at night. I don't know if that means anything. I've done DT reels during the day. Like I just say, make sure you're getting it out there. That's, don't overthink it. I feel like if you want a system, I do motivation or coffee in the morning. like late afternoon, I do before and afters, and then in the evening, I do opportunities. So if you just need something to go off of to, that's what I do, but I don't think there's any rhyme or reason. I just feel like that's how my brain works. And that's when I would want to see something. I don't know. So I hope that helps, Lindsay. Okay. Okay, you guys. So I feel like let's just move to the messaging. I have two other things after that, but maybe I'll just share the boards and you guys can look at that stuff after. But this is like the probably most uncomfortable for people is asking people to join the opportunity. But this is the one thing that you are going to like want to do if you want to grow your team and you want to, right? Like just gain that massive like that volume, hit your promotions and things like that. I just had to shift in the way that I did my work because I have been so distributor focused, but look how many customers I've enrolled. The customers are going to come regardless. Okay. Just know that DTs take a little bit more time. They take connection. They take, just nurturing and watering of those seeds that you plant. So then when you have like like we have this conference coming up, like Sarah was saying, start now. So this way you have these people lined up. Okay. So I'm just going to show you what I do. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go to my potentials folder because that's also how I send my messages because you may not have a potentials folder. So I'm going to show you what I do. That's actually fun and quick that will help you to just to see who you're going to send these people to. I don't send them to everybody. I really don't. I do a quick glance. Like Sarah was saying, like if it's someone that hasn't posted since 2021, I'm probably not going to message them and I may unfriend them depending on how I feel that day. I don't know. Okay, because they're not active anymore, right? So here's what we're going to do, you guys. I'm going to put that very quick message in the chat. And I do send 15. I send 15 on Facebook and I send 15 on Instagram. Okay. Let me get it up there and then I'm going to show you what I do. Let's see. Okay. So this is my invite message. How do I copy this whole thing? Oh, there we go. No. Okay. No, I'm not doing that. Never mind. Select all. It is a little lengthy, but it's worked wonders for me. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yay. Obviously change the name, you guys. At the top, I have Sarah there and it looks like the little emoji didn't go through. So you might want to fix that too. And we're going to do it nervously together, but go to your Facebook. Okay. You're going to go to your friends again. And literally this is what I do. I go to your friends at the top. Can you guys see? Okay. All right. And I don't go down a list of alphabetical list or anything because I'm constantly adding friends. So what I do is I'll just pick a letter in the alphabet because what will happen is like, let's say I picked the letter J. What Messenger is going to do is just bring up a bunch of people with J in it. Okay. And I know that sounds silly and random, but it doesn't matter. It still works as long as you're getting your messages. Okay. So what we'll do is pick your letter. If it's J, that's fine. It's going to bring you all your friends up. And what you're going to do is click on, I'll go to Jeanette. I feel like I've messaged her before, but it's okay. So here's what we're going to do. I go look very quickly, make sure she's not in another business. Again, I want to make sure that she's, nothing's happened to her, like, horrible in her life or anything like that. So I'm going to go to my message. Okay. I have messaged her, you guys. Okay. I sent this to her April 5th. That message that I sent you, that very same thing. So, but I want you to do this and don't overthink it. Okay. And I did it and I've only messaged her a few times, like happy birthday before. So I feel super comfortable sending this because they're in my network. I know that I've talked to her before. Okay. Now you guys, if you pick a person and you click on Messenger, you've never had a conversation with them, that is going to be completely up to you if you want to send the message. For me, that's when I go and send my comment message to them and then I add them to my potentials. Okay. I usually don't send this right away. Okay. But that's up to you. Some people are like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to send it anyway. Then I just like to truly build relationships, you guys. I really, really do. Okay. So So go find another person, right? Just like start sending it. Make sure you change the name. Like Jasmine, let's see. Whoops. Okay, so here we go. Here's a fresh person for me that I've messaged before. Sorry, my messages are in a different spot than, and I just changed the name. And that's it, you guys. Literally, I make sure that I do 15. Those I do have to write down. You guys don't overthink it. You will find that people are going to say, yes, please do. Please send me the information. You're going to have people that say, no, thank you. You're going to have people that don't even read it, and, or maybe they do read it and they don't respond. All of that is just part of the process.
Vanessa,
Yeah.
will you show them your other two, or if there's like something specific that you want to show them about that? Just because you guys, I don't know where time goes, but it's 7
I know,
o'clock.
you do have to go. Okay. All right. So basically, you guys, the last thing, and it's actually, let me take off here really quick. The last two things on the task list is you have to be following up. You have to be following up with your, I call them hot leads. So there's two different types of follow-ups for me. The hot leads are, actually I wrote it down so this will be faster. My hot leads are like, if you've sent pricing to somebody, you guys, like if they're like, yes, I want to know about this product, you've sent pricing and it's like crickets, that's still a hot lead. Make sure, and I will definitely be messaging them the next day. Okay. Hey girl, did you get my message? Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Right? Like very, very simple stuff. Hot leads need like the next day or next 1 to 2 days. Keep it fresh, you guys. Do not feel bad about messaging them the next day if you have sent pricing, please, or carts. Okay. Those are hot leads. Now use a highlighter, or you guys, just as a little tip, I do Google Sheets. I don't know if you guys like to geek out on that stuff, but I do Google Sheets because I can do it as an app on my phone and look at all my leads there and I highlight them, because then I can come on my laptop and pull up the same Google Sheets app and it's like all right there for me, updated. So you can message me privately if you want me to show you that. But just make sure that you keep track of your hot leads, because if you don't, you guys, it becomes like, just, I don't know, you just want to strike while the iron's hot, right? And then the other thing, you guys, after years, like if you've been in here a long time and you've got a lot of potentials, I want to show them some love too. So I just pick like 10 to 15 people from my list that like don't really get back to me, but I know they were interested. I send about 10 to 15 of those follow-up messages, or I'll send them a hat message. Like if they're not getting back to me about their products, I'll send them a hat message, or, you know, something different, or I'll go engage on their page and then I'll go message. I'm truly, truly being intentional, you guys, with what I do, because that's what works and people feel it. They feel like you are talking to them, like with them, and care about them and want to know like what they think, how they feel, like all that stuff. Okay. But that's it. That was really so make sure you're keeping track of your hot leads. I have those messages and boards, you guys. You'll see it. You'll see it says hot leads and like follow-up hot leads. And then I have it for the other leads too, or for your other potentials.
And
So
this is what's so stinking cool is like you have your thing. So like when she sits down to work, there's no question of what she's doing. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is, for the last like 3 or 4 Zooms, when you are hearing from people that are winning and enrolling and are growing and are promoting, I want to tell you something. First of all, they're doing the work. They're actually setting time aside to do the tasks. Okay. They're not just like, oh, I'm going to throw up a post here. Or, oh, I'm going to throw up some stories and, oh, nobody's in my inbox, or like, okay, like that's not that we don't get paid to put up stories and posts. Like we get paid to network, right? Like there's different, you have to put more into it. And then second of all is like, you guys, you have to be somewhat organized, because you are working with people that you don't know. So like, yes, when I show up on Facebook, do I know to put in Lindsay or Vanessa or Quita or Danny or whatever when I want to go see their stuff? For sure. But these people, like if you don't save them or write them down or add a collection or whatever, you are going to forget them. So you are that person that inbox them and then you went MIA. You know what? People aren't going to build trust or commit to you when they know you're not committed to them. Like plain and simple. Okay. So for me, even when people tell me no, when I send out a DT ask, I don't stop interacting on their stuff. Like it's really funny, but honestly, it's almost like fuel to my fire. I'm like, oh, that's okay. But I'm going to actually show them that I'm a genuine person. And so I still comment like I normally comment. When people quit my team, I still comment on their stuff like I normally comment. Most of them come back. Most of them become my customers. Like whatever fit is right for them, right? You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, you have to be organized and you have to be intentional. You heard Ashley say that last week, and you heard Vanessa show you that and say it again. You're hearing common themes, right? Getting the messages out. There's money in the message. There's conversion happens in conversation. Like most people, you guys, we can put our links everywhere. People aren't just going to tap an order, to be honest with you. I can't tell you, I actually love getting into conversation, because I can't tell you how many people I've even commented on blogger stuff and I'm like, oh, send me the info, and I've never ordered. Like ever, I've never gone back in and ordered. You know what I'm saying? As where it could be so different. Like if they actually were like, oh my gosh, you should look at this or this, and they gave a little more, I probably would go order. You know what I'm saying? So do a little bit extra, but I'm going to tell you the common things that you're hearing is you have to have some organization. You have to sit down and put and do the tasks. You have to be intentional, right? She's being intentional by putting her people in a space where they are organized so she can go get them. And then the other thing is following up. You guys, stop waiting. Like again, stop waiting. Stop with the waiting. I do not either. Like you guys, I do not sit and wait a day or 2 days to go talk to somebody. Like if we've been talking about the business, you are going to hear from me daily. Hey, I just wanted to tell you this. Just wanted to check in with you, see if you had any questions. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that if you get started now, we have a code for you. Hey, blah, blah, blah. We have a new product coming out, you know? Like I am always using what It Works is giving us to have something else or a new thing to be offering them. Or like you guys, sometimes I'll even be like, hey, I'll switch it. Like if we've been talking about business, I'm like, hey, I have a spot for one of my weight loss testers. Would you want to start with the products first? Like and then if they're like, yeah, I want to do that, then I go back to it. I'm like, I want you to know that this is part of one of the starter packs. Are you sure you don't want to be a distributor or be able to use the products, bring people along with you, share your discount and make some extra money? Like you can wrap it around, right? But I do not wait either, because you guys, it is scary starting a business, but it's not hard. And the truth is when people feel that, I want to like fuel that energy for them. And I want them to be like, yeah, girl, you hit this join button right now. Like, let's go, let's do it. I don't want them sitting. I don't want them to talk to a coworker that has some sort of freaking opinion over here for that. Cool. That opinion, that goes for her. That doesn't have to go for your life. Right. So making sure that you are following up the next day and the next day, again, it's in how you do it. We're not just saying, hey, are you ready to order? Are you going to get started? Are you ready to join? Like, you have so many different ways to actually be in that person's inbox and be building that trust, answering questions, minimizing their fears or their objections or whatever it is, empowering them to get started. I don't know about you, but I needed to be encouraged. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I've never done anything like this, but I'm also going to tell you that I've gotten so many more people to start this business by saying something so simple, you guys. All I say to them is I say, you know what? I think sometimes we overcomplicate stuff like this. And I'm like, at the end of the day, if you are interested in the product, so I have 2 right now that are probably going to get started and they're customers, you guys. they love the products. And I'm like, if you love the products and you're using things daily, like, yeah, and you want to make extra money, you shouldn't even think twice about this. And I tell them that. I'm like, don't overthink it. Like, if you don't like it, you can always just run your account like a customer. But I promise you, if you like open the door and allow yourself to grow and learn, you will be earning and you're going to love it. And so I keep it so freaking simple. Like, yes, is this a decision that could change their life? 100%. But does it have the ability to do anything negative to it? No. You guys, people spend $99 on stuff that is never coming back to them or that they can grow. So again, when it comes to the business side, you guys, if you're having trouble with distributors, also like don't overcomplicate it. Like make it simple for people, make it be something that's exciting and that they're going to be able to add things into their life that they want more of. And I'm telling you, it's like, people are like, oh, sure. Like, why wouldn't I do that? You know, I'm not asking, do you hate your job? Do you want to replace this? Like, that's a lot for people to try to even come around. And truly, not everybody does. Like, I didn't hate my job. And I was literally that person that was like, I'm not quitting my job to do this. I'm pretty sure I said that like multiple times. And they're like, you don't have to, Sarah. You don't have to. And I'm like, okay, good. So just know, like, adding it in, keeping it very simple. But I think also asking is a huge compliment and flattering to a lot of people. And then they start seeing your posts and you're really planting a vision in them. So every time they see you post, they're like, I could be doing that. Vanessa's asked me, like, here she is with her team. Vanessa's asked me about this. Now she has this person that's already promoting. Like, they start seeing themselves already a part of this business and your team with an ask. So any questions, last minute questions for Vanessa? If not, you guys, take this task list. If you feel like you're like floating in the wind, literally take her list and start doing it. You already heard what her results have been for 2.5 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So, and I know that you are going to want to have these questions and these messages sent out because of what's coming. And guess what? You're going to already have something to follow back up with come Saturday for them. So you're going to have some fire to, you know, be able to come back in and follow up with them. And you guys, you will have a growing team. Like, I don't really know who's not going to want what we have. So, happy conference week. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for doing that, sharing your boards, walking people through. I think sometimes like we hear how to do it, but I think it's really powerful to see how to do it. And that's what I love. Vanessa's like, can I screen share? I'm like, please do. People want you to. So
I have a question.
Yeah. Wait, where is she?
Is the right here?
Hi. I see
Hi,
you.
friend. Is the new product what we're getting? This one?
Oh yeah, you guys. So if you bought your conference ticket, this is the new product that's going to be sent out to you. This is it. So yeah, Quita, I forgot about that. So you will get the new product being sent out to you, you guys. Oh my God, I can't even handle it. Okay, that's exciting. I kind of forgot about that.
Yay. Okay.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Any other questions?
See some of you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, friend.
Right.
Okay, good night, you guys. Happy conference week. I'm so excited. We'll be back next Wednesday with so many things. It's going to be so good.